Good morning, Rainmakers. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day and a good start to the week. Today, I'd like to let you know an exciting event I went to. It was called the 1 Billion Summit. Wow, amazing. Held in Dubai in the Museum of Art. If you've not gone, you have to go to the museum. It's mind-blowing. It shows the future of Dubai and what the rulers are planning and trying to do. With regards to the actual event itself, it was amazing to see the sort of energy, the different types of people, the culture, and to really absorb it all, considering that I am not a creator at the moment. I'm on a journey of being a creator, and I am trying to learn the brand new industry. With regards to the way social media is at the moment, and also AI, the most important thing I think I got from it is that AI, even though it's going to be mind-blowing and change the world as we see it in the next 4 to 5 years even, will never replace human connection and human thoughts, but it will replace the mundane jobs and things that we have to do on a regular basis and just make it easier. But ultimately, the people who will be successful will be people who can interact the human element into and using AI as a tool. I've never really used social media, never really had Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. These are all new to me. The main reason I didn't use them was because of the fact that I didn't want to get distracted and didn't want to have another tools or, in my opinion, sort of games at the time when I thought about it to take me away from my thought patterns and living life. I always found it fascinating to see people trying to capture the moment in a football game or an event or a birthday party. And I'm thinking, what are you trying to capture? You're trying to capture the moment and the feeling of that event to see it later. However, you're actually missing the most important event, which is the event itself, because that feeling and that aspiration and that moment is the moment where you have the most energy, feeling, desire, happiness, and you're spoiling it by actually trying to capture it to look at it later. And then later on, yes, you look at it and think, oh, that was nice, that was thing, but you're never looking at it from a first point of view in terms of your real feelings. So that was something that didn't resonate with me. And even sort of growing up as a kid before social media, my mum used to take photos all the time for everything. It used to be an event in an event. Now, I hated taking photos and I was always distracted and also annoyed by the fact that I had to take these photos. It's like, you know, come early for an event because the photographer's coming. Make sure you're not late. And then it's like, stand there, do this, smile at this. And it was like, you know, yeah, yes, it was nice. But it also, you go to a restaurant and you take photos. You stand outside on the street and you're taking photos. And you might as well have had the paparazzi coming with you and taking photos all the time. Now, in hindsight, yes, it's very nice, especially since my father has passed away 6 months ago, to look at these photos and to have memories. But I think there should be a fine balance between, you know, when the photos are taken and what is done, and maybe a time allocation, because of the fact that you got to sort of live in the moment and enjoy the moment. And yes, memories are nice. However, saying that, sort of how does this sort of relate to property? And I think the most important thing is to make sure that you tell your clients and prospective buyers that, of course, you're going to be using these key tools for social media, marketing, advertising, branding, in order to reach the key people that are looking to purchase or sell within your company. However, the most distinguished thing, the key thing that is different about you and your organization is that you believe people are the key to success, whether it be the training that you get as an individual at the company or the training you give yourself as an individual if you're running your own estate agency business, and really sort of making sure that they understand the concept that you are interacting with your clients on a one-to-one basis and that you are having a human element. And even though all these other companies can be doing flashy videos and branding, that ultimately, after all that is taken away and you get back to the core of the sale, it comes down to human connections, human understanding, and adapting and understanding your buyer's strategy, understanding your seller's strategy, understanding what their wants and needs are, so that therefore then you can get them together in order to purchase and buy a property that is beneficial for both parties. I think that is very important to make sure that it is explained in the fact that, you know, you are doing a transactional deal. However, I don't ever think of it as a transactional deal. I think of it as a transformational deal. It's a transformation because of the fact that if you're buying a property or even renting a property, you're upgrading your life. You're upgrading where you are. Even if you are buying a property of less value, you're downgrading for a reason in order to upgrade your life in most circumstances. And the experience should be one that is transformational, it is inspirational, and it is one that is taken with a lot of enthusiasm and energy from an agent to really understand and take the journey of both parties in a way where they feel like you are taking care of them and looking after them. Coming back to the summit, what I would say is that, you know, it was very fascinating to see the diversity of people and the different types of people from young ages to old ages and the different types of companies that were all participating within this industry. Then I thought to myself, well, within the real estate industry, it's exactly the same. You know, we may try and position ourselves in a company being young and vibrant and having a certain kind of feel to it. For example, when I worked in the UK in a company, most of the kids were young, blonde, blue-eyed, and come, you know, from well-off backgrounds and schools. Whereas I was a Sri Lankan guy, you know, not blonde, as you can see, or blue-eyed. You know, I totally smashed it. They employed me first time around, they rejected me. Second time around, they took me on. And after they saw what I did and what I was capable of, it changed the culture of the company, and more Asians and diverse characters came into the business. Whereas before, you could tell exactly what type of person would be in the business from a sales point of view, because they thought that's what they wanted to represent. Now, saying that, what I would also mention here from a estate agency point of view is never judge a book by its cover. So if a client, whether it be a buyer or a seller, comes into your office or you're meeting them, don't look at them, don't look at their product, be neutral, be on the same level, give the same expertise, give the same judgment. If you judge them and try to think that you don't like them or have an opinion, you're already losing the battle for making sure that you connect with them. Of course, it's important to understand, see, evaluate, and connect with them in a way where they feel connected. And that is an art and a skill in itself. And also saying that you are a cover and never let your cover determine and put off buyers or sellers. And the way to do that is to be more neutral in your approach and dress. You can have personality, but use a small bit of it, like a special pair of sunglasses, or maybe a special handkerchief or pair of socks. But don't be too opinionated. If you are too opinionated, that is also fine. But at the same time, remember, it's all about your content in terms of yourself. Speak to the people in the right manner, understand their wants and needs, and address them in the manner and act in the manner which you resonate with them in order to try to attain their business. I think it is very important to understand that, all around the world, in all these different types of businesses, there are different characters. And in real estate, you have to also have that knowledge of your product, your community. But more than that, I feel, is that you've got to understand human beings. So be humble, be aware of people's feelings, how they like to be spoken to, what their rhythm is, match their rhythm. And also at the same time, sort of making sure that you use the social media technology and everything that is there in order to attract the buyers, but really never forget that it is you, the individual, the human, not the AI robot, that will finally close the deal and make sure that the relationships of people come together in order to ultimately get a sale in terms of what we're trying to do. All the other stuff in terms of the listings, the marketing, the branding, the call outs, all that is irrelevant if you cannot connect with people. Social media is fantastic for that, but ultimately it's down to you. And you are the person who has to change, adapt, and be the one to understand individuals and humans. So thank you very much. Hope one day maybe you guys could come to Dubai, or if you're here already, come to the summit, which I'm sure will be on next year. It was an amazing event and really sort of opened my eyes to the possibilities that are available through AI and also social media. Hence why one of the reasons I'm still carrying on this podcast. And I hope that in the future that it will be more enlightening, more polished. But for now, I'm just getting on and doing it. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon.